GOD, the man, the myth, the Southampton underrated legend.
Welcome back to the Underrated Football channel. We're going to talk about, like I said, the man, the myth, the legend of Southampton. Matt Le Tissier started off in a little place called Guernsey. Although not many great footballers have come from that place, one man certainly did. And by God, did he rewrite how to do it, showing many players nowadays how it's done. The definition of a one-club man. Most players could only dream of playing for one club throughout the whole career, even with massive offers from massive clubs all across England. He's still stuck with little old Southampton.
What?
Now let's get into why. As this man, in his own words, wanted to be a big fish in a small pond. Rather than being a bit part player, moving around, playing in different positions, he knew his solid place at Southampton was in the first team lineup. Also as a captain. Why move? Why go to a bigger club and take more money and less playing time? This man wanted to play. The reason why? Because he had serious techers. The common terminology for this type of player is known as a baller. He could score with his left foot, his right foot, outside the box, inside the box, basically anywhere on the pitch. This bloke could seriously play football.
Seriously? Yeah.
His assists, his goals, his free kicks, his penalties, the stats are insane. You could definitely say he made his parents proud. Not only that, Southampton proud. PFA Young Player of the Year. Southampton Player of the Season 3 times. Most assists 94-95. PFA in the Team of the Season 94-95 as well. Also collecting Goal of the Season in 94-95. That was his best season by far. But let's not get it twisted. He scored lots and lots of goals throughout his whole career. We're going to go into a breakdown, no problem whatsoever. Matt exploded onto the scene in his first season with 10 goals and obviously some assists with that as well. Now his second season weren't as successful, but you've got to bear in mind, the kid was only 19, scoring only 2 goals throughout the whole season. By the third season, he was back on form. At 20 to 21, he then bagged 11 goals in 36 games, getting the PFA Young Player of the Season award. People started realising how talented this young bloke was. And I bet Oxford, when he had trials there, wished he snapped him up with both hands. To end off the last 3 seasons in the first division, he bagged 24 goals, then 23 and 15. Bearing in mind, this is all from midfield. It just shows that players like Lampard, who were considered the greatest goal-scoring midfielders, might not have had anything on Matthew Le Tissier, as this bloke has already scored 24, 23 and 15. And Lampard's best season were 27. But we've got some great things to come. GOD then followed up with 3 unbelievable seasons in the Premier League. 18 goals, 25 goals, then 30 goals to finish off in his best season going. Like I said, Lampard's 27 has got nothing on Matt's 30. Bear in mind, this isn't even including his assists. Like I said, the guy's goals involvement were unreal. He's basically involved in 1 goal every 155 minutes. Wow. Maradona of Southampton then carried on his form throughout the next 3 seasons. However then, at the age of 30, started to take a little dip. In his last final 3 seasons, only scoring 5 goals in over 50 appearances. As us footballing fans know, great things must come to an end. And this is when he left his career with Southampton and playing football in the top divisions. One club player, a one club legend, and many footballers have said great things about Matt GOD Tissier. Starting off with Sadio Mane. He is a great legend, not just in Southampton, but across football. Greatness recognises greatness. Xavi, the man, the myth, the magician, said his talent was simply out of the norm. He could simply dribble past 7 or 8 players, but without speed. He just walked past them. For me, he was sensational. Greatness recognises greatness. As you can see, Ronaldo and Matt on the phone FaceTiming. His vision, his creativity was simply unmatched on a football field. You could say he had the essence of a real footballing genius. As although many players have very good physicality, speed and high tempo, Matt simply took the game at a nice, slow, genius pace. The question is, why do I think he's underrated? I think he's underrated because he only played 8 times for England. 8 times. It's criminal. The bloke had a 98% conversion rate out of penalties, 47 out of 48. He also had 100 Premier League goals and 48 Premier League assists in 270 games. That's not even including the time when he was in the first division. The only reason I think he was left out is because a little man from Salford called Paul Scholes. Now this man was also a baller, but Glenn Hoddle should have easily been able to fit them both in. Paul Scholes laying a bit more deep and letting Matt Tissier do his thing. To conclude this episode of Underrated Footballers, I'm going to have to say this is one of my top 5 underrated players of all time. People would say it's because he played for Southampton or because he was lazy when it comes to work rate. But when it comes to greatness, you can't stop a player from playing, a baller from balling. This is why he is on my list of underrated top footballers. Thanks for watching. As usual, back for the next episode next week. Like, comment, subscribe. Ciao for now.